Hey, Heather from Hooked on Pickin here. We are in the best vantage point in the warehouse where you can see everything. Vanna White moment. This is Colleen and Rachel, and they're going to kind of give you a glimpse into how Bulq started and where it's gone to from there. Okay, so I was curious how Bulq even got started because they do a really good job when it comes to selling to people like me that are resellers. So if you guys want to kind of fill me in, how did Bulq even get started?
Absolutely. So this is something that we get asked all the time, and it's probably my favorite story ever to tell, even though I tell it all the time. But anyways, it's just great. So our founders they started out as resellers themselves back in 2004. They graduated college and they were reselling on eBay out of their garage and then out of the back of a pawn shop, and they were sourcing inventory, and they just were realizing that business was not being done right. It was being done very opaquely, if you will.
Liquidation is kind of a shady industry historically. A lot of middlemen, a lot of inefficiencies that they saw in the market. You know, they got burned themselves.
Yeah, kind of like, oh, we're gonna send you this awesome stuff, and then you get a box of.
Yeah, it was something like, and I'm sorry if I'm like butchering this story, but one of the first stories I heard is they ordered something, and when they received it, it was completely not what they ordered. It was like a car engine. They didn't have the machine to take it off the lift. They're like, what are we supposed to do with this? This isn't what we ordered. They paid for it already. The guy drove off and left them, and they were just burned by it.
I bought blenders and you gave me a car
Exactly.
engine.
It was something like that, and they were just like, all right, you know what? This business needs disrupting. We're gonna be the ones to disrupt it and change it. So, years go by, 2015 launches, that's when Bulq.com launches. We've been operating in this liquidation wholesale business for the past, 10 plus years, but that's 2015 is when Bulq.com started, and we're like, when we're gonna do it right. So we manifested everything because a lot of times you don't know what you're buying and it's as is, and again, people get burned like that, and we didn't want
That's true. When I look at other liquidation companies, that's the thing that makes Bulq kind of stand above the rest, is that I know primarily 90% of the time what I'm getting.
Yeah, so exactly. So we were like, okay, nobody should ever be guessing about what they're buying. So we wanted to manifest everything. We wanted to guarantee that what we were manifesting was what you were going to receive. That's why we have our 98% accuracy guarantee, so that if it's the wrong condition, if it's the wrong item, if it's the wrong quantity, we're going to refund you, because we don't want anyone to experience that really, just that really bad type of sourcing and business practices. And that's really where Bulq got started, and then we've been evolving ever since. So we started out only selling pallets on Bulq.com. Now we have cases. Now we can, we have inventory notifications. We list new items every day. We're trying to become more and more transparent every year, year over year, trying to give you guys the best sourcing options out there.
So tell me a little bit about what you do at Bulq.
Yeah, so I'm Rachel. I'm on the marketing team. Colleen and I both are. Our roles are a little different, but I'm focused on our promotion. So when you get an email about what inventory has just arrived, and from a retail partner like Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, or Lowe's, I'm working with those client teams to find out what's coming in. If we're dropping the price on it, sending out promotions about that on Facebook, and getting the word out so that customers can snag that up at a great deal, and so we can move through the inventory quickly at the warehouse.
Because what I did find out while being here is that they move through pallets pretty fast. Like if it sits longer than a week or two, they're price reducing it and getting it out the door. And so I was actually shocked by that. I thought, oh, you hold on to a pallet for a month or two. But no, absolutely not. So that's actually exciting for me as a reseller, because I know, okay, awesome. If I throw something in my watch list that maybe it's not the price I can afford right now, then I can watch it go down and down and down. And oh, now it's a perfect price.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what exactly do you do at Bulq?
And then I am our community manager at Bulq. So you'll see me in all of our videos, at trade shows, here in the warehouse, doing this kind of interactions. I really trying to bring the community together, celebrate our sellers' success, get the word out about Bulq, help people that are having problems, connect you guys with our teams and each other and the Bulq community as a whole, and just make sure everything's running smoothly. I would love to hear feedback, whether it's good, bad. I want to hear about your experiences, because we can take that information and we can improve. We can't change anything unless we know what's going on, and we really rely on you guys and your feedback to know what's going on. So.
Well, and I do know that they listen, because I had a pallet with broken foods product in it, and I was actually talking to one of the ladies in the warehouse, and she explained to me that they wrap glass items and pack glass items completely different that are food items. And a lot of that was based off of some of the comments that I was able to actually tell the Bulq customer care team. So,
yeah.
I feel
That's
like you
great.
guys actually listen.
No, your feedback matters. We read it, we listen to it, we want to hear it because, again, we will make, if we're seeing a lot of problems that you guys are talking about, we're going to make those changes. We're going to improve our processes because we're here to help you guys. We're not going to, our business is based on the success of your business. So keep telling us what you want, how it's going for you, what you like, You'll see.
And I know, okay, so like from day one of Bulq, where have you seen it change from, like you said, kind of launching in 2015, where has it changed from there to like today?
I mean, like I mentioned before, I think one of the biggest changes was our introduction to cases, that smaller option, so that we could reach a new level of seller.
I probably wouldn't have bought from you guys in the beginning because I worked out of 200 square feet.
Exactly. So in the beginning, we were only selling pallets just because that's kind of how the industry was. And then we said, I bet you there's a lot of sellers out there that they want this inventory. They just don't have the space to receive it. They don't have the finances to receive it. It's a lot of work to receive a pallet.
There are a lot of cases like under $100, $30 flat rate shipping. You can receive it to an apartment, any residence.
It's just so much more manageable. It's just a big, large, it's a larger size package, but you can get it right to your front door.
Right. But just pallets you can too, because we do make it turnkey. We provide the lift gate and all of that included.
Yeah. But then space-wise, it's not for everybody, and sometimes it is something you need to scale up to. But cases make it easy for everyone to source. And I think that was probably really the biggest change that that really started to explode the site.
I agree. And then I'd also add our Bulq apps for iOS and Android. I think that's a game changer. I don't think a lot of other companies offer that, and that really just allows you to source like anytime, anywhere. If it's your side hustle.
Computer.
Right. Yeah. So. It's kind of these days we're all on the go. We're all mobile. And we want, to provide that convenience, help support the growth of our resellers' businesses. So the app is a really efficient way to
Heather,
get your sourcing done and then just keep moving on.
Because you have a 5-hour drive. If you feel like hopping on your phone and sourcing during that drive, you could order more.
I know. I got 11 pallets and 2 cases in the back of a truck. Let's order some more. So we talked about kind of how it started and how it kind of has evolved and grown. What about the future? What do you see like for Liquidation, Bulq.com specifically for the future?
Well, for Bulq.com specifically, I think we just really see ourselves expanding our transparency and expanding our personable and individualistic sourcing experience. We want to make it so that when you're logged onto the site, when you're receiving inventory notifications, when you're setting your preferences, that it's all specifically based on you and your business. That way you're not wasting your time by looking at inventory that's just you don't need to look at. You're not wasting your time by getting emails that are not going to be relevant to you. We want to make it so individualistic so that you guys can really maximize your time, maximize your sourcing experience, and then maximize your business.
So like if I'm a Poshmark seller, I don't want to be getting emails about blenders and microwaves.
Exactly,
or, big pallet ones.
And then, and we also want
to fill out those inventory preferences. That way we can send you what will be most relevant to you.
Okay, and that's kind of your side of the business where you kind of pick like, okay, she's a Poshmark seller, so I'm going to send all the apparel discounted pallet.
Yeah, because our goal is really to we want to match you with what will interest you.
So kind of personalizing the liquidation purchasing.
I also see it where, we can get more information on you guys about where you're selling and how you're selling. The more information that we know about you, the more tools that we can build on site to help you with those specific types of business. So hopefully, maybe we could potentially build a tool that would help specifically Poshmark sellers, specifically eBay sellers, specifically Amazon sellers, and really just create that individualistic, personalized experience.
Awesome.
Totally agree.
I'm super excited about where Bulq has definitely grown because it's grown my business just simply because you guys have been evolving and growing. So if you guys are interested in anything, just check out the Bulq.com website. I don't work for Bulq. I'm actually a reseller just like you guys, but they gave me the opportunity to come in and tour and kind of see the inner workings. And so be looking for a lot of my pallet unboxings and also a lot of my content that I filmed here so you can see how do they even pack the cases, how do they even ship them out, how do they load them on the trucks, all that kind of information. So hopefully it's been helpful to learn kind of where they started and why they do what they do, and remember in the end, Jesus wins. You guys are a true blessing in my life. Thank you so much for helping me put this content out there to everyone. If you'd like to join these great people, please consider supporting me through my Patreon page. Check the link below. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. If you'd like to watch more of my videos, just click on them here. And if you'd like to learn more about the reseller world, subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Thanks.